Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
What's this all about?
Since it's April 1st, we're reviewing April Fool's Day.
Good luck.
Or are we? It's a well-liked film. This might be a prank. Stay tuned to the end.
I don't like this. I definitely don't think I like this.
A group of thinly drawn cliches are spending a weekend on their friend's island. There's the brain.
Milton's Paradise Lost.
Most likely to succeed. A small collection of jerks.
You've got great legs.
And some girls for them to sleep with. Plus their hostess.
Muffy?
Muffy.
You know what I find amazing? Muffy's her real name.
I don't know what made me think of that. But as they arrive, tragedy ensues.
Hey, I said give it a rest!
And then comedy.
We got him! April Fool's, very funny.
But as so often happens, hijinks end in tears.
Fuck! Look out!
Despite attempts to Heimlich his eye back into its socket, the injured ferryman is returned to the mainland. While the kids settle in, Harv discovering a strange welcome in his room. And worse for Nan. But we're soon back to the pranks. April Fool's Day is certainly the most annoying day to set a film. They just keep coming.
Oh my god.
I can't tell if they think we'll forget what day it is,
April Fool.
or if this is to make us fall for these fun-loving kids, so we'll care when they start getting picked off.
Here we are, privileged, independent, the hope for the future right at this table. Not one of us knows what we're going to do with the rest of our lives.
Who wouldn't love us? Most of these pranks are initiated by Muffy, clearly enjoying herself. But the following morning...
I don't know what to... I was just hungry. I must look a mess.
No one seems to notice that overnight she's turned into Ophelia.
It'll relax our nerves.
But there's other things to worry about. Skip is dead, which is a relief as I no longer have to learn which one he was. Seriously, the only character I consistently recognise is Arch.
I want to go to convent school and things like that. Welcome.
And that's only because I'm waiting for him to tell me that old Doc Brown invented a time machine. Ah, damn it, now I'm completely lost. The missing persons don't stop the weekend fun.
Because I would really like to plow your field.
Well, I don't see how that line could fail. With all the pranks, they assume that the disappearances are just one more.
They're probably playing some kind of stupid trick.
Seriously, she's a completely different person. Has no one noticed? But a grim discovery forces a rethink. Leaving, I think it's Nikki, traumatized.
Here.
God, not the water.
It's all right. It's Perrier.
Okay, that's funny, but that's part of the problem. Director Fred Walton was disappointed with how Paramount marketed the film as a regular slasher, which tonally it's not, but I'm not sure what else they could have done. Comedy horror should integrate the two. This lurches from one to the other. Anyway, finally someone picks up on Muffy.
She's been acting less than normal anyway.
What do you mean?
You've been all day and you haven't noticed?
I did.
Those nurse's shoes.
What nurse's shoes?
Yeah, she's had a complete change of personality, but her shoes were what struck me first too.
This one's turning you on, I can tell.
The killings continue.
Oh, come on, Chess, just say something.
Yikes. Suspicion falls in the obvious direction.
No one was to be left alone with anyone else. And he said, especially not with Muffy.
just not a scary name. But then,
It's not Muffy, it's her twin sister Buffy. She's got a twin sister.
Buffy?
The vampire slayer, and you are?
We don't often do this, but I am giving a spoiler alert because there is a twist and I'm about to reveal it, so if you care, turn off now. I say twist, but the clue is in the title. But this is not just a prank. Muffy is opening a resort.
One that specializes in offering a once-in-a-lifetime whodunit weekend. I needed a rehearsal.
Leaving aside the fact that there is a lawsuit in Muffy's future, this doesn't add up, and much of the rest of the film is an attempt to make it.
And who could have known about the snake in the woods with Arch?
No harm, no foul. Lucky I had that anti-venom. But what about the crying baby that traumatized Nan?
How did you find out from one of his preppy friends?
I do regret some of the fake clues that I put into the bedrooms were taken a bit too seriously. And I'm sorry about that.
Who'd have thought you'd take references to your secret abortion seriously?
Oh, I get it. That's a joke.
Also, clearly Harv has killed someone. But even ignoring that, ignoring the terrible danger she puts her friends in, and the fact that to predict their movements this accurately, she would need Doc Brown's time machine. Thank God you're finally having sex on the floor of the boathouse. I've been drifting here for hours. This is still a plan that relies on her repeatedly rushing in, saying, "No time to explain, I'm just going to dump a load of fake blood in your crotch, and if you could play dead, we can permanently scar your girlfriend. It'll be hilarious."
Yes, but everybody had to cooperate or none of it would have worked.
Also relies on no one ever taking a pulse, although I do have to point out that there was originally a darker ending which was nixed by the studio, which is marginally more satisfying but still doesn't really address these issues, and you'd still have to care about these people.
She does have a point there. We're all starting to get on each other's nerves.
How do you think we feel? Most critics raised this stuff, so I'd like to end on something that I haven't seen mentioned. They arrive on April 1st, hence the gags. That means that Muffy's intricately planned prank is 24 hours late. Thanks for watching. Yep, it was a real review. The big question about this film, is the apostrophe in the right place? Your thoughts on this contentious and ultimately meaningless issue in the comments below.
Is that it?